video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Friday. And yes, I said Friday because we worked so hard this entire week watching Bitcoin almost hit 100K to now sit back, relax, and talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So if you're ready for the Zest, the news, the education, make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the stream out with friends so more people know what's going on here. Oh boy, we're getting after it. Guys, we have so much to cover today, including Gary Gensler.
Hucksters.
Resigning. When is he resigning? When did he announce this? How did he announce this insanely bullish news? I will get into it. Also, we have a lot of beautiful people out here, and I'm going to say good morning to you as you say good morning to me. But you have to check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show that make it possible, and that includes Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, and use code SESSY for 15% off. And then you go over to Gemini, go where dollars won't. Trade $100 in crypto, get 15 bucks in Bitcoin. I know I have the dots on my face. You guys are going to tell me that. I already know. It's in my eyeballs. I could see it. Let me make sure I say good morning to all of you guys. Is my volume okay? I see someone talking about volume in the chat. Can I get a sound check?
The sound check.
Can I get a sound check, please?
Baby, it's a sound check.
Hello, local user. Dixon, good morning.
I'm gonna check this sweet mic. Why don't you check yourself?
All right, we got Black Hat, Aquarian. Nice to see you. Bullduck Eric is here. Alexandra, my G. She's the G. We also have, we got Brian, Meninja, All Set, good morning. We got, let's see, David Bulls, John Jermaine's chillin'. Crypto for Seniors, good morning. Oh, hello, James. Hello, sir. We got Chipper, said trades are in, good vibes, let's go. I agree. Ben Spada, good morning. He said black dress today for Gary's funeral. That is pretty accurate. You guys picked the right dress for today. You did. Double O, good morning. St. Jerome, good morning. Alps, good morning. John Legend with all of his beautiful emojis. We got Chase Blanchard in the house. We got Paul Kelly Music. Ron, Jimmy, nice to see you. Yukio's on X with Crimson too. We got Ivan, Auto, Cough, Cough. Let's see who else we got. Sesh, good morning. Fat Oracle is here. Nice to see ya. It's M2. Shout out to you. Po Man and Juju are here as well. Who else? Diamond Hands Daryl is here. Alberto, what's up? We got Gary Fowler. Nice to see ya. Gary, nice to see you. Multiple platforms, I'm guessing, right? Right. We got Peter on X. Good morning. Mike is chilling. Pie Guy. We got, hello, Squeaky. Nice to see ya. Tommy 2 Liters. Bullish Bradley. Neo is here. Sui Cipher. Welcome. Bliss said your volume is low compared to other YouTube channels. Is that true? I don't know. I guess I'll upper my volume. I uppered my volume. So I hope, let me know if the volume's okay now. Let me know if it's okay now. And I shall fix. Right, Digi? Shout out to Digi. All right. Yay, let's get after it. We have so much news to cover. I don't even know how we're going to get to it all. But guys, please do me a favor and smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share it out with friends, guys. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers. We have to hit that 150 likes for a rave. And also, we have a goal of 17,550 subscribers. So only 8 more. Pimp it.
You got to pump it up.
Volume is good now? Okay, as long as it's good now. Good morning, future generational wealth builder. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Crespo is here, too. Welcome. Hero is here. Wow, we have a lot of beautiful people here this morning. All right, guys, I'm going to fill you in on everything that's going on here. Volume is down. Really? Okay, well, people are saying it's good now. Can I have another sound check, please? I'll upper it just a tad more, but I don't want it to be overpowering. All right, so I uppered it a little bit. Rosen, nice to see you. John said, I've got my coffee with chocolate whipped cream on it. That sounds really good, actually. All right, beautiful. So I did upper the volume. I hope it's not too loud. You can let me know, right, Chris Hanley? All right, sound is perfect. All right, good. B. Mondo, nice to see you. S. Harris, good morning. All right, Manny. All right, got you. All right, let's get into the market recap. Right, money bags? Right, money bags? All right. We got XRP and XLM soaring over 20% respectively, 25 for XRP, 23% for XLM. We got Algo that's also pumping this morning, which is Gary Gensler's favorite coin. We also have Cardano up 13%, Solana hitting highs, and we have HBAR as well, Atom, Flare, AVAX, Moonin as well. We're gonna get into the zest, my friends, because Bitcoin was driving us bananas. I was scared to go to sleep last night. I'm going to admit, I was scared to go to sleep. I was like, oh my gosh, if I go to sleep, I might miss.
Thank you.
Oh my
You're
gosh,
welcome.
Digi.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Shout out to your fashion consultant. They picked a great dress.
Well, you can thank the chat, Digi. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. It was just in time, too, for Gary Gensler. But, Digi, you're so awesome. But, guys, I was scared to sleep, and I tweeted it last night. I was like, I'm scared to sleep because Bitcoin might hit 100K. And I know I missed, I think it was 98K because I was sleeping. And I was like, no. But I couldn't help it. I went to sleep right after I tweeted that. I fell asleep. And I was waking up all night. I was like, what's the price? What's the price? Literally woke up with my phone right next to my head because I was like, I have to keep checking Bitcoin price. I can't miss 100K. And thank gosh I didn't. Thank gosh I didn't. And also, I'm going to get the exact high for you because we did hit new highs overnight. And so that is $99,543 is our new all-time high. Will we conquer $100,000 Bitcoin today? I would like to get your input. Please put a 1 or a yes emoji or 2 or a no emoji in chat. Are we going to hit that $100,000 Bitcoin today? And that is ridiculous to even say $100,000 Bitcoin. I had somebody tell me back in 2020 that Bitcoin would never hit 20,000 again. And then they told me and they got a little tiff with me. And they were like, if Bitcoin hits $50,000 one day, you're telling me you're not going to sell it? And I was like, no, bruh. No, I'm not. So they weren't happy about that. But then I can't imagine what they're thinking now when Bitcoin's almost like $100,000. I do see Papa Tom, Mike Kang in the chat. He said, is that a new haircut? Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. I actually got it cut last Friday. So, yeah, I hope you like it. I hope you like it. I just feel a lot lighter since I've got it done, right, Afro? Yeah, I really like, I'm vibing. I feel a lot better that I cut it. But thank you. I hope you guys like the haircut. Did I sleep good? Chris, no, I did not because I kept checking Bitcoin all night. But I did go to sleep at like 9:30 or something. So like, it's just crazy. But yeah, so Bitcoin was haircut hype. Thank you. We do have Bitcoin that it was at that 99.5. So I'm hoping that we could get there today. We have been consistently closing candle after candle after candle in the green ever since we kind of got past this 91.1 selling pressure. And I would like Papa Tom in the chat to let us know if he believes we could hit $100,000 today. I do have faith in Bitcoin. Currently, we're at $97,350, down 1.1%. Listen, could we retrace? Boo! Oh, that's not what I wanted. Could we possibly retrace and pull back to this 91 range? Yeah, it's possible, my friends. It's possible. Anything's possible in this life. Or we just pass 100K and go to the moon, to unexpected crazy levels. I would like to see it. I would like to see what Bitcoin has in store for us. People were texting me. This was the exact text I received last night. Hold on. I'm going to read it to you guys. This is the sentiment we're at right now. Let me get this text message. I got a text that reads, Bitcoin right now, when it reaches 100K, do you think it'll go even higher and keep crushing it or crashing down? And I was like, listen, man, when it comes to price discovery, we don't have any idea. People thought once we hit 90K, it would be straight up, which it has been. Bitcoin moving at the pace is already fast, but we've seen that times where Bitcoin could go up thousands of dollars in a minute, and we really haven't seen that yet. And I do believe that the God candle for Bitcoin has not arrived. And so you have to have just a bullish and a bearish case scenario, and that's pretty much it, is what I told him. Now, we do see market Cipher is giving us some beautiful bullish signals here, like this green dot that pulled up the momentum ever so slightly. We do have the VWAP that crossed and went bullish, but is now a little bit flat, which kind of makes sense as to what the price action is doing right now. Though the money flow is ever increasing and is still the same money flows as we had back in March when we visited the 70K range for the first time. Looking at the RSI, we are really overbought still and pulling back just a little bit, which I kind of enjoy. We do like the RSI pulling back, relieve some selling pressure. I'm sure people are taking profits. Tom said 100K will be peanuts one day. Well, in honor of Peanut, I hope that is true. R.I.P. Peanut. 100K today, we could only hope so. And we do have our little heart emoji, and you can see our little heart kind of taps at the top of our little love bomb over here at 100K. So I'm hoping that's the case, is that our love brings us to 100K Bitcoin. And it's so funny where I drew the heart, it's just the candles aligned with it perfectly. So I think that's kind of bullish. Nonetheless, we're going to look for another weekly candle close record, as last week we saw the candle close. Let's get the weekly chart. Last week's candle close was right here at $89,000. So if we could close this week above $90,000, I would consider that bullish. We still have a beautiful momentum. Money flow is looking really good. VWAP is still bullish. The RSI, though, is overbought for the weekly Bitcoin. So I would just watch out and be a little bit cautious. I think when we hit 100K, there could be profit taking, or we just go to the absolute moon. Or maybe we go to Mars with Elon Musk. We have yet to see. Please make sure you're smashing the likes as we take a look at some Bitcoin news. Also, the ETFs, if you take a look, they broke $100 billion. This is an astonishing mark. Take a look. The U.S. Bitcoin Exchange Traded Funds, the ETFs, broke $100 billion in net assets for the first time on November 21st, according to Bloomberg. Bitcoin has dominated the ETF landscape since spot ETFs launched in January, and the interest accelerated after Donny T secured the bag. Collectively, the ETFs now manage $104 billion. They're on track to surpass gold ETFs in net assets, which together hold approximately $120 billion in assets under management, AUM, as of November 21st. We see that Eric Balchunas from Bloomberg said Bitcoin ETFs are now 97% of way to passing Satoshi as the biggest holder and 82% of the way up to passing gold ETFs. I believe that Bitcoin can blow the gold ETFs out the water. This is not going to be a challenge for Bitcoin ETFs. This is only going to increase as Michael Saylor is taking over the space as well. And we're going to talk about what he's been saying in regards to Bitcoin and MicroStrategy. Going back to the charts for a moment, we're going to take a look at Ethereum right now. Ethereum is 2% in the red, pulling back today as well. We see that we kind of created this support here at around $3,060. Right now, we're at $3,289, down again 2%. We're looking to neutrally stay above 3220, 3230. That is the goal. We want to remain above this, create new support, and your bullish scenario is right here at around 3560. You can see in the past we've had some selling pressure here, especially in July, where we try to target it. We almost had some support here at 3220, and we crashed all the way down here to around 2320. So that's your bullish scenario. Your bearish scenario is losing this $3,060 support, going below $3,000 and rejecting that 200-day SMA, which lies at $2,959 and looking at $2,770, which I never want to talk about again. We do have a green dot that's printed, pulling up this momentum. We do have the VWAP that is bullish as well, with the money flow spiking upwards. So again, it's kind of surprising that we have all of these bullish signals, yet Ethereum is pulling back. And you can see the RSI is pulling back as well, which makes a lot of sense too. It's still bullish, and it shows that we're not even overbought. We haven't even been overbought since right here where we were breaching that early November and kind of coming back from that mid-November on the 12th. So we're going to take a look at Ethereum, keep an eye on it. People are watching it very closely. It shows that we still have some bullish ways to go in terms of price action. Looking good, ETH. I really can't complain. We see that the selling pressure is definitely a thing here at this like 3370 type level. And we did hit $3,400 last night, which people were very excited about. Litecoin struggling with this $90 mark, my friends, struggling with $90. Although Litecoin is looking absolutely snazzy. I do love Litecoin. $89.26 now. Oh, now 29 cents. See, she's fooling me. $89.30 now. Down 0.38%. We are looking at the $90 case for Litecoin as it is a beautiful level to watch. We're looking at $92 specifically where you see the selling pressure, and we tested and rejected it the other day. Though we want to hold support here at $85. Your bearish case below 85 is 76. Bullishly, again, 92 and then 97, and more so $100 where we threw a little heart emoji because we love love, and we also love $100 Litecoin. We do have some bullish signals on Litecoin, like this VWAP that is yet to pass this zero line and go bullish. Money flow is chilling, although we do have a red dot weighing down this momentum. RSI is mid-bull, and we're going to hope that it goes up, obviously, and we are hoping that we have some ways to go in terms of bullish price action. Maybe that overbought RSI can bring us to $100 Litecoin. We could only hope. We could only hope. Do we have a first timer in the stream? Mark says first time catching you live. Well, welcome. Welcome, Mark. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for hanging with us, my friend. Shout out to Michael Cartwright, Coca-Cola, Bobby F, Mr. NC. We got Noob Dude. Nice to see you too. Steve Jones, true. We have a bunch of people here this morning. Johnny, Crypto Smoke. We have a lot of beautiful people. Thank you guys for coming, Silver Days. And if you guys have any questions and if you guys have chart requests, please save them for the end of the show. Also, if you're new, you got to let us know. Right, Donnie? Good morning, my friend. Right? Hello. Please smash the likes because we also have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers. And if we conquer said goal, then we are going to rave at the end of the show. Right, Raul? Right, Raul? Boy, oh boy, do we have a lot going on. And we're going to talk about certain coins and their prices, again, towards the end of the show because there's so much going on. Right, Jimmy G? Shout out to you, Jimmy G. Michael Saylor losing his noodles over here on CNBC this morning. Low-key getting spicy. I haven't seen him be this spicy and so bullish at the same time. After MicroStrategy completed a purchase of over $4.5 billion worth of Bitcoin and has completed, as he stated yesterday evening, a $3 billion offering of convertible notes at 0% coupon and a 55% premium with an implied strike price of $672. This means they're going to buy a lot more Bitcoin, to put it simply. MicroStrategy stock, if we take a look at MicroStrategy, it crossed that $500 mark, which is majorly psychological, although it has pulled back. So we had a high of around $540 as of yesterday. We pulled back, and today we are at around $410, 3.25% in the green. As long as we hold that support of $328, I would remain zesty. Though, if we lose that, the bear scenario for MicroStrategy is 195, as we had a significant run for MicroStrategy, taking a look of 20% in the past week. I want to get into Michael Saylor's interview from this morning. Boy, oh boy. It was a 10-minute interview. We're going to play around 5 minutes of it. And if you're on TikTok, please, I beg of you, please go to youtube.com/missteencrypto. You will not hear the video over there on TikTok.
%. And by the way, Bitcoin's going up 60%. We're getting a 90% BTC spread, but it would be 80% BTC spread, which means the $3 billion fixed income raise in preferreds or bonds generates the same $125 a share and $30 billion over 10 years. So once you understand that, you have a different view of the company.
So what do you say, though, to those who say there's a risk here? Because this is effectively a levered Bitcoin position. And if, in fact, Bitcoin goes down, this becomes a much more complicated situation.
Yeah, well, the number one risk you take is the existential risk that Bitcoin has an extinction level event and goes to zero immediately tomorrow. But every long investor in MicroStrategy is a Bitcoin maximalist or a Bitcoin believer. They've accepted that risk. Once you accept that risk, what do we expect? we expect is going to go up 29% a year for the next 21 years. It's been going up 60% a year. So the people that are buying the equity are buying the equity because they want 2x Bitcoin, they want 2x vol. And once you accept that idea, you can see, over the last 2 weeks, Andrew, we've generated $5.4 billion in BTC gains. We're making $500 million a day. I'm staring at my screen and we're selling dollar bills for $3, sometimes a million times a minute. And so it's not impossible. I mean, we may very well be the most profitable company in the United States, growing the fastest right now, because there's not many companies that are making $500 million a day doing what they're doing. And so if you don't like Bitcoin, you don't want any piece of it. But if you like Bitcoin, then this is a monster for you.
Look, I don't think anybody is debating the success that you're having, no question. I think the question, and we had Michael Novogratz on the broadcast yesterday, is just the question of leverage. And, when people talk about leverage and, all sorts of bells go off in people's minds about what can happen if there is a downturn or there is a retreat, not necessarily to zero, but we've seen this be a very volatile asset. And while it's 100% gone up over the long term, and I'm not questioning that, I'm questioning whether you think if, in fact, there was a retracement from 98,000 to, I don't know, 70,000, what happens?
I'll make
Let's go, Bear Sorkin.
2 points. 1 point, participants in the market are buying Bitcoin 20x faster than the supply is coming from the miners. There's a major demand supply imbalance, and that's going to continue for the foreseeable future. So I don't really expect that, but let's say it did happen. MicroStrategy's business is so good, we're generating 1 times the capital we raised. When we raised $10 billion in capital, if Bitcoin traded down $20,000 like you described, we'd still make $10 billion off the arbitrage by selling the volatility. If it trades up like I expect it will, we make 10x that. So we're either making $3 billion on that convertible bond this week in the worst case when it trades down, or we're making $30 billion on that convertible bond if it trades like the Bitcoiners believe it will.
That's insane.
And Michael, how should investors think about buying MicroStrategies versus buying now an ETF that might be levered, for example?
Well, what makes us special is we've got $35 billion of permanent capital. So we can lever that. We can sell a 5-year bond, or we can pledge that as collateral and raise fixed income instruments. If I sell 6% bonds or 6% preferreds, I'm getting that 80% or more spread out of it. BlackRock is a great company, and IBIT's great, but it's overnight deposits. And the ETFs have overnight deposits. So they can't create duration. They can't exploit the difference between borrowing money at 0% and investing at 60%. But that's exactly what we've been doing for the past 4 years.
So right now, I know you've been buying your own stock, but right now, if somebody was interested in Bitcoin, you think that the better bet is MicroStrategy versus buying it directly, for example, forgetting about the leverage piece of it?
I actually think by far the best bet is buy our convertible bonds, because our convertible bonds are outperforming Bitcoin right now with downside protection. That's why we sold $3 billion of them this week. That's why I got a $500 million order to buy one in a 20-minute meeting. So if I was really Bitcoin curious and I wanted downside protection and I wanted the upside of Bitcoin, I'd buy the convert. But ultimately, you got 3 choices, Andrew. You can buy Bitcoin fixed income instruments like a MicroStrategy convert, which is some of the upside but downside protection. You can buy the straight Bitcoin in a wrapped ETF like IBIT, which is fine. Or you can buy high voltage Bitcoin, 2x Bitcoin, which is what MicroStrategy is. And I think it depends on the investor.
Mike.
So darn savage. Just $500 million in a 20-minute phone call. Imagine being Michael Saylor. You make a 20-minute phone call, and you're gonna sell $500 million of bonds. That is so ridiculous. This man is just unhinged in the best way possible. The best way possible. This guy, Michael Saylor, understands how beautiful Bitcoin is and how confident he should be in this asset. It's the best performing asset ever. Nothing even comes close. And he knows that year over year, it is ever increasing. I hope everybody is as confident in themselves and their bags as Michael Saylor. Sir Saylor was on my podcast, and I appreciate him, and I hope I have him back soon. But this is someone that's definitely bullish on the space and bullish on where this is all going. And so there was somebody else on CNBC this morning that's talking about the financial system, how it's going to essentially be built around Bitcoin. So Michael Saylor is betting his entire career, his entire company based on Bitcoin, as they kind of describe themselves as a Bitcoin development company. Oh boy, smart man. Looking over at another interview today. Get ready. This one's intense. And this was from like 6:20 in the morning. So CNBC has been covering Bitcoin all day because they can't ignore it anymore. Andrew Sorkin must be so shook.
So there's a property.
Yeah.
Physical property.
Multifamily.
Right, it's a
Multifamily. 63 units.
It's a multifamily property. The sponsor, effectively the owner of that property,
Yep.
needs a loan.
That's right.
Okay. They come to you.
That's right.
Okay. You say, we'll provide you the loan in the form of
A loan.
a classic loan.
That's right.
Okay. So you're going to give them cash.
That's right. Term financing.
Term financing. And how long's the loan? Just
10 years.
10-year loan. Okay.
That's right.
At above market rate or below, or what's
No,
the
market
just
rate
a
interest rate.
I'm just trying to slow the whole thing. Okay. Now let's introduce the Bitcoin piece into it.
That's right.
So no. Explain how the Bitcoin piece
And
then
why.
relates. So the loan has been provided.
The use of proceeds is to pay off the existing financing. So
The use of the proceeds
of the loan
of the loan.
is to retire the existing mortgage.
Right. So there's an old mortgage.
Gone.
They're going to pay the old mortgage
That's
off.
been paid off.
Okay.
Now they have a little bit extra money to make some improvements in the property.
Right. So a little bit extra cash. So the amount of money you've lent pays off the old loan.
That's right.
It's also you have a little bit of extra to fix
Improve
stuff
the
up.
property, fix
Okay.
stuff up.
Yep.
And then with the remainder, which is a little bit
So you
more.
have even a little extra, an
That's
extra
right.
turn.
And that, instead of cash out, it's
Uh-huh.
Bitcoin in. And we use it to purchase some Bitcoin and add it to the collateral package of the loan. So now our loan is supported by both the traditional asset, the 63-unit apartment building,
Right.
and the Bitcoin.
So
Okay.
the loan, it was maybe $2 million more, so that's how you get the
Exactly.
Bitcoin out?
Exactly right. So it's
On the assumption that the Bitcoin's going to rise faster, and that will become an asset. That's,
over the life of the loan for sure. So we think on the downside, this provides us with much better protection compared to a traditional lender, because a traditional lender, if something goes wrong, they have to recover against that particular building, which is idiosyncratic risk. Something might happen with the maintenance or
But
what
that
have you.
also requires conviction on your end that Bitcoin is not a volatile asset over time, and that is either going to go up or at least stay where it is.
Well, that's by fusing the Bitcoin with credit and by fusing it with traditionally financeable assets, it gives us the luxury of expressing that medium-term view on Bitcoin. And that's what's key. It's volatile in the short run. You know, I mean, minute by minute today, who knows, it could cross 100,000. That would be exciting.
how long's the loan?
10 years.
10 years.
And the minimum hold period for the Bitcoin is 4 years. So what we say to the borrower is we say, look, you can repay the loan at any time for any reason with no penalty, which is a really valuable feature compared to a traditional loan.
Yeah, that's like a home mortgage.
Like a home mortgage almost. That's very unusual for commercial financing. But what we do say is that to the extent that the loan is repaid at year 4 or earlier, the minimum will release the property. But the minimum length of time that the Bitcoin has to stay in escrow is 4 years.
Andrew,
Oh, sorry, that was really loud. So when you're talking about having loans and all of these things, we're going to have Bitcoin as part of the collateral from what I understand. And so you have to hold that Bitcoin in escrow for 4 years. 4 years. And how Bitcoin is essentially going to save everybody. Bitcoin's going to save everybody. Bitcoin is going to be part of the whole financial system. The whole financial system. Guys, if you want to hear videos, you have to go to youtube.com/missteencrypto. I beg of you. I beg of you. I beg of you. And speaking of the financial system, that was something that blew my mind this morning. But also, Senator Cynthia Lummis is downright doubling down on her strategic Bitcoin reserve. She introduced the Bitcoin Act, which is set to, again, have the government acquire 1 million Bitcoin out of the 21 million that exist in order to hopefully pay back our $30+ trillion debt. Shout out to Ken. She's urging the government to sell its gold and buy Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. And apparently, there's a crypto forward council that's going to be part of this next admin, which will enable us to have this reserve. Senator Cynthia Lummis putting some comments out here. Again, if you're on TikTok, I beg of you, go to YouTube. Please, please, please. There we go.
The other thing is the proposal that I have and that President Trump has discussed about a strategic Bitcoin reserve or strategic Bitcoin stockpile, where the United States would acquire and hold Bitcoin for 20 years. Because of the way that Bitcoin has been appreciating since inception, this would be an asset that could help shore up the US dollar as the world reserve currency and serve as a reserve that could be used to reduce the national debt significantly. You know, the American people are still hurting from inflation, from high prices.
Yep.
And they want the national debt reduced. These are ways to do it with an asset that is immutable, can easily be held by the federal government in a variety of vaults, and that states can participate in as well. So this is the gold standard digital asset, and a strategic Bitcoin reserve is the way to embed it.
You know, we got off the...
I like how she brought up the gold standard of digital assets, which if you think of a gold standard, we were on the gold standard backing the dollar with gold. Is it possible that maybe this is almost foreshadowing backing the dollar with Bitcoin? Just a little thought there. Just a little thought.
The gold standard a long time ago. My question is how much you would spend tax dollars at a time where we're talking about trying to reduce costs. How much would you spend on Bitcoin as part of this reserve?
We wouldn't have to spend any new dollars. We have reserves at our 12 Federal Reserve banks, including gold certificates that could be converted to current fair market value. They're held at their 1970s value on the books, and then sell them into Bitcoin. That way, we wouldn't have to use any new dollars in order to establish this reserve. The United States already holds over 200,000 Bitcoin in the asset forfeiture funds. So that would be the initial source of Bitcoin. So no new money spent on this reserve.
Genius. 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 Oh boy. Goodbye, gold. You're old. Welcome, Bitcoin. Thank you, Senator Cynthia Lummis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I think this is great. I think this is great. I think this is great. And so shout out to Cynthia Lummis, because you know what? We do have a lot going on in this space. We do know that there's only 21 million Bitcoin to ever exist. That there's people like MicroStrategy that own well over 300,000 Bitcoin. That BlackRock is buying a ton of Bitcoin. That the amount that the ETFs hold is right here. Bitcoin ETFs are now 97% of the way to passing Satoshi as Bitcoin's biggest holder. The amount of money entering the space. If you look at El Salvador buying 1 Bitcoin a day, Bhutan and other countries mining Bitcoin for years now. You don't think other countries are going to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve? You don't think states are going to have Bitcoin strategic reserves like Pennsylvania House that passed a bill for this? we're just getting started here. There's going to be a major Bitcoin supply shock. There's only around 2 million Bitcoin tied to centralized exchanges. And you think for a second that there's not going to be a point where people cannot get Bitcoin from exchanges anymore? You don't think there's going to be a point where you're going to have to hit up your friend and Bitcoin's going to be, for example, $200,000 and you're going to have to pay $500,000 for a Bitcoin, a premium to your friend because of how much you want that asset? You want that property? That digital piece of zest, of freedom? The amount of Bitcoin is diminishing. Supply shock is incoming, which is why it's so important for the US to have a stack and have it as a reserve. It just shows how inevitable Bitcoin is. You know what does scare me? When people like Jim Cramer start talking. And Jim Cramer said, all I can tell you is own Bitcoin. That's a winner. And so is this the start of the downtrend for Bitcoin? Because, you know, reverse Cramer. Here we go. I'm a little nervous about this one.
We call MSTR. We used to call that Mr. MSTR. I've got to tell you, it's a Bitcoin play. I prefer to actually own Bitcoin. I know that Citron put some sort of short on it. All I can tell you is own Bitcoin. That's a winner. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the conclusion of the lightning round.
Yeah, he said own Bitcoin essentially over MicroStrategy, and I do believe that he said that to spite Michael Saylor. So that was something that I just wanted to show you. Inverse Kramer, is that what's happening? Although
thank you. You're welcome.
Hello.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
You are cute. But you have to admit Gary cleaned up a lot of bad actors in the crypto space. He actually paved the way.
Well, hello, my friend. Thank you so much. Listen, were there good cases with Gary Gensler? Few. But there were some where there were bad actors. But did he actually pave the way? No, because he was obviously the one that was intertwined with SBF from FTX and was his best friend, was best friends with his parents, and let them slide and do whatever they wanted. There were a ton of things that went insolvent, Chapter 11 bankruptcies all over the board that he did not protect us from. So I'm going to differ from that. But we're going to get into Gary Gensler right now, which was great timing. Thank you for that, by the way. So guys, please put fire emoji, Gary Gensler emojis, guys, because Gary Gensler is about to be gone. Be gone! Whenever I say the word be gone, it kind of reminds me, I know this is a little off track here, but when I was younger, there was this dean that was like always...
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Dang it, Kramer. Keep our coin's name out your mouth, waving hand.
Oh, you're so funny, Digi. Yeah, goodbye. Billy, good morning, Uncle Billy. My dad has no emojis. Poor dude. He's still complaining in the chat. But guys, I remember when I was younger and there was this dean that would yell at everybody in the cafeteria if they didn't sit down. And I remember like I was just like standing up, going to my seat. One time she was like, Randy, be gone. And I loved it so much that she said that. And when I was like, you know, leaving middle school and we were like, had this little autograph book, I literally had her write in the autograph book, Randy, be gone. I just thought that was really funny. It was a good memory for me. Because she was like, she knew she didn't have to yell at me, but she was doing it anyway because she wanted to scare people. I just thought it was funny. Right, Luke? Shout out to you, my friend. Be gone. Randy, be gone. I thought that was so funny. Guys, please make sure you guys put fire emoji, Gary Gensler emojis. As we talk about Gary Gensler, as he's following suit from the FDIC chair who was leading the crusade against crypto with Operation Chokepoint 2.0, making sure that banks and regulated financial institutions couldn't cater to crypto customers. Well, he's resigning. He resigned, and he's going to resign the day before Trump's inauguration, which is January 19th. So goodbye, Sir FDIC. But now we have Gary Gensler. We were wondering, when is he going to step down? Because we do know Donnie T said, hey, man, I'm going to fire Gary, that little huckster.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
I'm going to fire him on day one. Did Gary Gensler beat Sir Donnie T? Oh boy. We saw this tweet yesterday, which I tweeted about the second I saw it. I was on a phone call, my friends, getting ready for the Lizard Lookout. And I said, guys, what the... Gary Gensler just resigned, and I lost my noodle. I was sitting in my room screaming because I was so happy. Gary, be gone. As we take a look at his thread, he said, on January 20th, which is the day of Donnie T's inauguration, I will be stepping down as SEC chair. The SEC is a remarkable agency. The staff and the commission are deeply mission-driven, focused on protecting investors, LOL, facilitating capital formation, and ensuring that the markets work for investors and issuers alike. The staff comprises true public servants. Diggies!
You're welcome.
I was scooping up my face from the floor because it was melting so much. So much melt happening. Lots of melt. Can we look at that XR pie after the Gensler news? Thank you everything, Gary.
Thank you, Michael, for becoming a member. Also, Diggies, I got you. You think I'm not going to look at XRP after this? Of course, my friend. Of course. I got you. Shout out to the Piper Academy for rating in OC Tradefly, my beautiful friends. Billy, a member for 16 months, said best crypto family in the space, the Hippers. Aww. Thank you. Dave Digital, member for 17 months, says GM. Oh boy, you guys are rating me with love. We almost have 200 people watching. Please smash like, subscribe, share. Also, shout out to the Piper Academy, Army Piper, OC Tradefly. Much love to you guys. Frat Mama's here with your attendees and your news. He says it has been an honor of a lifetime to serve with them and on behalf of everyday Americans and ensure that our capital markets remain the best in the world. I thank at POTUS, the President of the United States, for entrusting me with this incredible responsibility. Oh boy, I lost it. Sorry. The SEC has met our mission and enforced the law without fear or favor. Here is the official announcement, and you take a look here about how he is leaving the agency. Holy sheesh! Diggies! Diggies! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the 50 membershiperies. Hopefully my dad gets one. Hopefully he gets one. Rain the love, rain the membershipery. Guys, we also have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers. We're almost there, 24 more. Let's get it. Thank you, Diggies. Thank you, Diggies. All right, so how often do I go live? Monday through Friday at 9:45 a.m. Please go to youtube.com/missteencrypto. Thank you. The SEC chair Gensler to depart on January 20th says Gensler implemented reforms to enhance efficiency, resiliency, and integrity in U.S. capital markets. Agency held wrongdoers accountable and returned billions to harmed investors. What in the world did Gary Gensler do to protect us? He tried to destroy the crypto industry. Put fire emoji, Gary Gensler emojis now. I need to see Gary's all over the place. Gary's everywhere. Gary's everywhere. The SEC today announced that its 33rd chair, Gary Gensler, will step down from the commission effective at 12 p.m. on January 20th of 2025. He began his tenure on April 17th of 2021 in the immediate aftermath of the GameStop market events. Listen, guys, this is ridiculous. We read his little statement on how he thinks he's so great at what he's done. He says, I thank President Biden for entrusting me with this incredible responsibility. The SEC has met our mission and enforced the law without fear or favor. He loves his fellow commissioners, and he went into the treasury markets, the equity markets, resiliency, that corporate governance disclosure, that since April of 2021, he adopted several rules to ensure that investors get the disclosure they need from public companies and companies seeking to go public, broker-dealers, and investment advisors. Hold up, friends, because if we talk about registering with the SEC in regards to crypto companies, there was no way to register, and he came after all of them for being, unregistered securities brokers, dealers that didn't even exist. That didn't even exist. Gary, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh boy, this was so bad. This was so bad. And they talked about how great he is, that he was former chair of the CFTC, leading the Obama administration reform, ba-da-da. He was awarded the Alexander Hamilton Award, the highest honor in the Treasury, that he was a professor at MIT, where we could talk about MIT Gensler all day, because that guy was a rock star. Bless his heart, little MIT Gary Gensler. He was out here saying, oh, I love Satoshi. Satoshi's so amazing. Oh, 3/4 of the crypto markets are commodities, not securities. Going to the Bloomberg conference saying Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash are all commodities, not securities. How he went all over the world to say how much he loved algo, that it could be the next Uber. It's just a matter of how they update the software. And then he came into the SEC. But before he even came into the SEC, let's talk about it for a moment. But because before he went into the SEC in about 2019, who was he in chats with? Oh, CZ Binance. And he wanted to be an advisor for Binance. He wanted to be part of the company, help him out because he's such a crypto expert. Then, when he was giving testimonies to become chairman of the SEC, he was giving his testimony to CZ Binance, which then, under the administration he was a part of, threw the poor man in jail.
Thank you. You're welcome.
The government is way smarter than us. Gary had to clear the path to move on. FTX and Binance was getting away with murder. Don't be simple. Gary is hated, but he was hero in retrospect.
Listen, is the government not stupid? No, they're not stupid. The government is not stupid. They are actually smart. The problem is that they want to create drama, which is why I always talk about theater. This was all theater. That was the goal of Gary Gensler, was to be a paid actor. We talked about how much he was a paid actor because when he goes on TV, he had to talk about how he had to stay within his chalk lines. What the actual does that mean? Oh, you have to stay within your chalk lines. That means he's scripted. That means he's a paid actor. And so Gary knows what goes on in crypto. He talks about, oh, this project, that project. He knows what he's talking about. He's a full-on crypto bro. Gosh knows what kind of bags he has. Yet, he went on TV and wouldn't say for the longest time Bitcoin was a commodity, that Ethereum was a commodity. He didn't even want to have an Ethereum ETF or a Bitcoin ETF. The only reason there was a Bitcoin ETF is because Grayscale took him to court. And the courts ruled that Gary Gensler was being a little weenie, and he had to give Grayscale the go-ahead to convert their GBTC trust into an ETF. So Gary is a paid actor. Gary's a paid actor. There's no way to get around this. What did Gary say about his daughters? Oh, I thought this was hilarious. That they just said he has 3 daughters. He's a native of Baltimore, and he earned his undergraduate in 1978 and his MBA from the Wharton School in Pennsylvania, and he has 3 daughters. Okay, and you know what? They were born in New York, but he hasn't taken them to a Yankee game in many years. So why do we know that? Because when there was a literal meeting, a whole session with the Congress or whatever it was, they asked him, what's the difference between getting a ticket to a Yankee game and buying an NFT that gives you access to a TV show? And he's like, well, I haven't been to a Yankee game in a long time. I'm not going to do curse words on this show. I'm not going to do that. No way. No way. Yeah, whatever. He had connections with FTX. He had connections with everybody. But you know what? He decided to throw everybody else, retail, under the bus, which is who he was supposed to protect. Is Gary Gensler a smart guy? Absolutely, I would say so. Though he did not protect investors the way he was supposed to. He only protected himself, protected his bags, and protected the theater and the script that was given to him. Guys, put a noodle emoji in the chat because I might be losing it. I might be losing it just a little bit. And you know what? I'm almost sad that I can't rant about Gary Gensler anymore. But you know what? I know we're better off for it, that we can't be a part of this madness that has ensued. And now crypto, the war on crypto is coming to an end. Gary Gensler stepping down says, you know what? I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And what we could possibly look forward to is all of the things that he has tried to dismantle, which is the definition of a crypto asset security, which still does not exist. And so there was a crypto lawsuit that the SEC actually lost and was reported on yesterday over dealer definition that was pushed into crypto. Because again, there was always that talk about, oh, they're an unregistered broker-dealer, when there was no way to register. And then when people would go and talk to the SEC, try to talk to Gary Gensler, he would send them a Wells notice and maybe actually do some enforcement actions. There was a Texas federal court that said, you know what? We got to do something about this. Let's take a look. A Texas federal court rejected the SEC's recent rule, expanding the definition of a securities dealer to include a wide swath of firms, including some in crypto. This adds a significant legal loss to the legacy of Gary Gensler on the same day he announced his departure. In response to a lawsuit from the industry lobbying group Blockchain Association and the Crypto Freedom Alliance of Texas, a judge in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas granted an early decision Thursday that slammed the SEC for overextending its legal reach. The court ordered that the rule be thrown out. We see from the judge ruling, quote, the court concludes that the SEC exceeded its statutory authority by enacting such a broad definition of dealer untethered from the text, history, and structure of the Exchange Act. This is the judge who previously handled a consensus suit against the SEC, issued an order that no part of the final rule approved in February can stand. An SEC spokesperson said to CoinDesk, we're reviewing the decision and will determine next steps as appropriate. You know what? They can't stop crypto, and they know that. They know that. So they were saying that court after court agreed with the commission's actions to protect investors. That's not true. It doesn't seem that's the case, especially with XRP, especially with GBTC, especially with what comes down to what a dealer is. There is no definition. There is no legal basis for them to come after them. And so that is what makes sense here, because they were overextending their legal reach. The dealer rule was an attempt by the SEC to advance the agency's anti-crypto crusade. Absolutely. And that comes from the Blockchain Association CEO, Kristen Smith. This was a victory for the entire industry. Entire industry. And it's ironic that it comes at the same day that Gary steps down, because they know that they can't stop crypto anymore. And that the judges know that this is all fugazi, for lack of better words. XRP, as a result, we see that Ripple might have a clear path to Zest in the future. Hold on. XRP is surging, I say. We're at $1.43 for XRP. This is a ridiculous surge with XRP up 85, yes, 85% in the past week. I'm going to get the chartery. Because this is what we need to chat about right now, especially because 3 Diggies has requested it. Now, we do have $1.44 XRP, and darn, it is ridiculous that this range we were looking at right now, or in the past, is now so small. Between that 48 to around 70 cents. This is ridiculous. This was months. This was essentially from how long? All the way back here from March of 2023, essentially until 10 days ago. We were still in this range. What we see now was the selling pressure at $1.57. No, not $1.57, $1.15. I'm sorry, I'm just too excited. The selling pressure at $1.15 that we have passed. And now we have passed also $1.39, which you look in the past, we had some selling pressure at that level. Bullishly, you want to remain above $1.39. And even more bullishly, target $1.83. And the last time we were at $1.83 was right here in April of 2021. Going even farther back was back here in 2017, December, going into 2018. And what was the peak at that time, which I believe, if anyone could correct me, was when we hit the all-time high for XRP, which stands at around $3.30. So XRP is almost halfway to its all-time high. Absolutely ridiculous. Up 15% from Gary's departure. Look in here, we have the VWAP that's crossing that zero line. Money flow is the highest it's been since back here in March. Even before that, in December of 2023. And even before that, in April of 2022 and in 2021. So we're at bull market levels right here for XRP. Oh, shoot. What's going on? What's going on? I think I lost my market cipher. Poop. Hold on. Where's my market cipher? Invite only. Market cipher B. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Because she is beautiful in every single way. So our market cipher is looking good. We got a green dot printed. Good money flow. The RSI is picking on up. If you take a look here, very overbought. And that's when you got to be careful because this was a rapid shoot from mid-bear to all the way over here to overbought. The most overbought we've seen it since, again, 2020 range. Insane what's going on with XRP. So your bullish level to watch is $1.82. Bearish level to watch is $1.15. And below $1, which is a major psychological level. But that's what you have for XRP. Insane what's going on right here. Insane. Shout out to 3 Diggies. I hope we're doing good. Hope we're doing good over there. XRP is the GOAT. Got it. Listen, man, you've always been rooting for the XRPs, and now this must be very, very good for you. You must be enjoying this to the top degree, my friend, the top degree. Make sure you guys are smashing the likes. We have a goal of 175 likes. We're about 20 away. Please make sure you're smashing these likes and let me know and by entering the poll if you think that Bitcoin's going to hit 100K by the end of the day. We got Kevin. Kevin, where have you been? I missed you. Oh, with the hearts. You're killing me out here, Kevin. Kevin kills me. I love Kevin on TikTok. Now, we do have Bitcoin starting to pump yet again. We're up 0.5%, $98,972. Oh, shoot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rumor in the chat is that you are zesty clean on the YouTube but thuggish ruggish profane at the High's house. Who drops most profanity bombs at home?
I don't know if I could talk about that. I'm zesty clean on YouTube with thuggish ruggish profane in the house. Ditchy. Listen, I don't know if we could start that beef. I don't know. Who cusses the most in the house? That's a really good question. What do you guys think? Let's actually put this in the... Let's put this in the chat. Okay, if you think... who out of the 3 of us do you think cusses more in the house? 1 is me, 2 is my dad, and 3 is Emma. So 1 for me, 2 for Randy with the Y, which is my dad, and 3 for Emma. Who cusses more in the house? I actually really want you guys to throw your opinions out here. Guys, Bitcoin is trying to target 99K again, right? Kevin. Oh, people are saying my dad. Oh, people are saying Emma. Where am I from? Long Island. Not Long Island. Well, technically they say Brooklyn is Long Island, but it's not. I wouldn't consider it Long Island. But yeah, guys, Bitcoin about to hit 99K again. The high is 99.5. Oh, Kevin with the hearts. And so I'm very excited. I think there's possibilities, always a possibility, of Bitcoin hitting 100K today. So we have Gary Gensler stepping down. We do have more news. Oh my gosh, you guys are voting for me. Oh boy. You guys are saying, oh boy, you guys are saying that I'm the one that cusses the most. I don't know. Oh, actually, you guys could put emojis. Who do you think cusses the most in the house? My emoji, Emma's emoji, or my dad's emoji? Oh, Kevin, helping me achieve the goals. Donnie. Definitely the accent gave it away. Well, listen, Emma's a saint. She would never curse. Miguel, that's a little crazy of a statement, right? Crypto Pollo. Emma gives me the sailor vibes. That's hilarious. Randy has to curse the least because you have to train yourself to not let it slip when public speaking. That's actually a pretty interesting point. Definitely. You're so funny. We do have more news. The CFTC commissioner is urging U.S. crypto policy reforms. And this is very interesting. This was from the North American Blockchain Summit on November 21st, where the CFTC commissioner, Summer Messenger, discussed the need for standard U.S. crypto-related stuff to go on in the United States. The CFTC has played a role in its implementing the current regulation by enforcement strategy alongside the SEC. It was also said that recent litigation against a decentralized autonomous organization, which is a DAO, requires the CFTC to seek a court verdict for entity classification. In this case, the CFTC wanted to classify the DAO as a corporation or association, which I do not believe should be right. I really started to get uncomfortable with this idea that we were kind of setting some sort of policy through our enforcement cases and through going through the courts. To me, how are you going to treat an entity? That's a policy question. And so I agree that it's a policy question, but at the end of the day, a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. There's not one person that necessarily spearheads it. And if it's decentralized and people are anonymous, how are you going to hold them accountable? So I think that this is something that's too much of a gray area and needs definition, but probably can't get definition. The same way I feel that people can't really define Bitcoin as a commodity or security or anything else for that matter, because it's a mix of too many different things. Too many different things. If you guys are new to the stream, then please let me know, because I want to give you a beautiful amount of love. A beautiful amount of love. Shout out to everybody. More news from Texas, actually. Texas. There's a gold-backed coin that is going to aim to help crypto adoption. And this I've heard a while ago, where they were talking about a gold-backed coin for Texas. The Texas lawmakers believe that the state's proposed gold-backed digital currency could play a role in boosting adoption. Cody Harris, a Republican Party member of the Texas State House of Representatives, addressed the development of this token. He said, well, there are two Texas lawmakers, Senator Brian Hughes and Representative Mark DeRozzi, introduced two separate bills for creating a state-issued digital currency backed by gold last year in April. Under the plan, each unit of the digital currency would represent a fraction of a troy ounce of gold held in a trust. They said the initiative could help skeptics become more comfortable with crypto by offering a government-issued digital alternative before transitioning to decentralized assets like Bitcoin. For those who are very reluctant into entering and owning Bitcoin or exploring crypto, a state-issued coin would give them somewhat of a, quote, comfort level compared to tokens issued by startups. They said, this state-issued digital currency backed by gold is something safe that people can get their feet wet with. It's more of a stepping stone to owning Bitcoin than competing with it or taking the place or something like that. They also doubled down by saying that CBDCs are detrimental. The lawmaker said in a fireside chat, I think we would all agree that a CBDC is detrimental to the nation and the state of Texas. They urged the community to make sure that the government properly addresses the goals of CBDCs before possibly launching one, which Donnie T said that wouldn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't. They said, I think it's easier for us who are pro-Bitcoin to have conversations about why someone should change their perspective on it. If we start a CBDC, is it the goal of some parts of the U.S. government? So let's lock arms together and make sure it doesn't happen. Yay, Texas. Yay, Texas. Yeah, we cannot have CBDCs. CBDCs are a CCP-style surveillance tool. It will end up being part of a one world currency, which the WEF, the WEF, the World Economic BS, and all of these evil unelected bureaucrats, they want a one world currency. They want you to own nothing and be happy with it. Absolutely not. We are not taking part in a one world currency. We are not taking part in a central bank digital currency that is going to change your life in the worst way possible. A CBDC will not allow you to live your life. If you bought too many cases of beer for a party, or you bought too many steaks and it was too many carbon credits, then they're going to say you can't buy it because they're programmable currencies. You can't do what you want to do because someone else is in control of you. Absolutely not. We already see how much power the banks have, where the Canadian trucker protest, they didn't like what they were doing. Oh, so what do you do then? Shut down their bank account, which essentially takes away their freedom. CBDCs are the end of freedom. It's the end of America. If you are pro-CBDCs, you are anti-America. If you're pro-Bitcoin, you're pro-America. You're pro-freedom. And which with Bitcoin, you're able to be your own bank, have those fundamental inalienable human rights of a life, liberty, and property. That's what it's about. This is a revolution about freedom, freedom of speech. Because what is money at the end of the day? Value and information. And we need to be able to send this value, send this information 24/7, 365, cross-border with no censorship, no intermediaries. Satoshi outlining that in the Genesis block of Bitcoin with the headline from the Financial Times about Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. This is why Bitcoin was created, to have an electronic peer-to-peer cash system that you could send without a financial institution giving you permission. Read the white paper, friends. Read the white paper. There is no way that a CBDC helps the United States. There is no way that a CBDC is beneficial to anybody except for the elites, the 1%, the 0.01%. Those are the people that are really in control. And when more people start to realize that, the better off that they'll be. Where you look at the BIS, the Bank for International Settlements, that controls like 95% of the world. Literally. We didn't elect these people. We didn't ask for these people. We didn't ask for any of these central bankers. They put themselves in the place that we allowed them essentially to have because we give in to their absolute insanity by using their money. When you use fiat currency, you're supplying them with energy, with power. And the United States shifting away from this absolute insanity to be able to embrace Bitcoin goes to show that these people will no longer be in control of us. We are going to give power to a money that enables freedom, is powered by energy that we choose to give. We don't choose to give fiat power. We're forced to because that's the only thing that people know. And once people are educated on what Bitcoin is, its impact, do you think fiat is going to have as much power? Absolutely not. Maybe the dollar will, but all of these other CBDCs, no. The digital yuan, get out of here. Get out of here. Because you know that China spearheads this. China, hold on, where's my sound? China spearheads it all. Goodbye, China. With your digital coupons. Oh, we're going to give you money, but it's going to expire in a month. And if you don't use it, then, oh, goodbye. No. No. See ya. Also, Texas is going to head towards a Bitcoin strategic reserve as well. So it's going to be cities, states, the federal level, right, Magic Sun. According to the Satoshi Action Fund, this is underway. And so there's Bitcoin reserve legislation that's reportedly the subject of preliminary discussions among the Texas lawmakers. And so in a talk at the North American Blockchain Summit in Texas, covered by Cointelegraph, CEO of the Satoshi Action Fund, Dennis Porter, said the group has spoken with lawmakers who's just started conversations to introduce strategic Bitcoin legislation. Bullish. M2 with 5 memberships. Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Shout out to M2. What an icon. Thank you. Appreciate ya. Roger says 100K on the way today. I sure hope so. And so we also have Solana hitting crazy numbers. Hold on, let me pull up Solana. So Solana, I believe, has passed its high. Yes, it has. So Solana is at new all-time highs, $256 at the moment. Hit a high of around $264. We're down 0.16%, pulling back ever so slightly. And this follows Bitwise. that is joining the race for Solana ETF. There is paperwork filed with the SEC making Bitwise the fourth investment company vying for this ETF. This is behind Canary Capital, Van Eck, and 21 Shares. We do see that one of those propositions is that Solana, the fuel for transacting, Sol, which is the fuel for transacting on Solana, could be wrapped in an ETF for easy trading by Wall Street. Bitwise already offers varieties of ETFs tracking Bitcoin and ETH, the two assets that are generally treated as commodities. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is a lot. This is a lot of news, my friends. This is a lot of news. Like, I don't even know where to go next because this is so ridiculous. Also, we have to rave. We're way past the hour. Oh, freaking darn. Oh, darn. All right. You know, I think we could do this one. I think this could be the last. Because I think it's important. TradFi is not going to stop. We can't stop them either because this is a permissionless space who agree to give permission as to who can get involved. Charles Schwab wants to directly offer crypto to clients. Oh, is that not surprising? Financial services giant Charles Schwab is announcing plans to directly offer crypto investments to its clients. According to the president and incoming CEO, Rick Wurster, he said he will step into the role on January 1st and that clients of the bank have already been very active in the crypto space through vehicles like ETFs, futures, and closed-end funds. But the bank wants to take it just a step further, saying we also would like to directly offer crypto. We've been waiting on a change in the regulatory environment, and we're confident that we think that will come in a short order. Yeah, duh. They know that January 20th comes around and the regulatory environment changes because the war on crypto is over. Michael Cartwright with 5 more memberships. My poor dad cannot get a membership for his life. Poor dude. Guys, let's smash the like, subscribe, share it out with friends. We have a lot of stuff going on. We have 172 likes. Can we get 175? Can we get 3 more for a rave? 3 more. I would like to see. Can I get 3 more likes? Jesse said, let's get a beer. Man, I can't wait to have a glass of wine at 100K Bitcoin. 100K Bitcoin. We're sipping. Just a sip, though. Just a sip. That's a serious delay on membership announcements. I guess so. Yeah, sometimes this bot acts up, man. You know, you just got to be happy with what we got. we can't be too greedy with the bot. Double O, have a great day. Costa Ricardo Crypto said, I encourage members of the U.S. Congress insider trading of Bitcoin. No. Listen, everyone's going to own Bitcoin. That's just it. But you can't stop them from owning it. It's just money. It's just like saying, oh, you can't own the euro and have some in your bag. Like, you know what I mean? Guys, we have a beautiful amount of subscribers. Let's keep pumping.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Hour after hour, I pray. How you should know. All right, yeah, so we really want to push 99K Bitcoin. We really want 100K Bitcoin. Looking at the Bitcoin chart right now, oh boy. Things are getting spicy still. We have a green dot printing on the hourly. Let's hope that plays out. We do have some selling pressure here at 99.3, around that 99.5, which is our new all-time high. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart is looking. Let's see market Cipher. Can you pull up? Green dot printed. Wow, momentum is flying. Money flow is now green. VWAP is pulling back just a little bit, though the RSI gives me hope because we are pulling back just a little bit, and maybe we relieve that selling pressure here on the 15-minute. I would like to see a nice bullish push to the upside here. I would. So the 15-minute chart is looking like decent. It's looking okay. The 1-minute chart is not looking too hot. So we're gonna keep an eye on this, obviously. Hopefully throughout the day we have some beautiful price action for Bitcoin and get after it. I want to get after it. Member Sippery. Yeah, man, we sip the coffees out here. I literally almost drank this entire cup It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. No, I can't even look at freaking those comments. This dude is too crazy. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm going to look at Doge in honor of no. Can I see these little Doge emojis, please? Right, Kevin with the roses? Ah, Kevin, you spoil me, man. Kevin spoils me on TikTok, guys. I don't know if you understand, but Kevin is the man. Kevin's the man. Although we are missing Ronell today on TikTok. Ronell is always spicy too. I guess he's overwhelmed with the bull market, you know? Dogecoin, my friends, is 40 cents. Shout out to Doge and the Noji in the chat. Honestly, No is so great. I love knowing in the chat. He's so great. Shout out to Dogecoin. 40-cent Dogecoin up 4% just about. We see the selling pressure is here from around this 40 to 43, 44 cents. We want to get past this. Although we do see this red dot that's still playing out with the momentum. Money flow still picking up, though, and the VWAP is crossing that zero line. So hopefully it does cross that zero line with confidence, and we see maybe a 50-cent Doge. If we see a 50-cent Dogecoin, you know people are going to blow that up, right? Oh my gosh, Kevin with 90 roses, now over 100 roses. Wow, see, Kevin's spoiling me yet again. Kevin's spoiling me yet again. Where's Uncle Jimmy? I don't know where Uncle Jimmy is. This man is too busy for us. This man is too busy for us, Uncle Jimmy. Oh my gosh, you just sent me like 200 roses. Freaking Kevin! Kevin! Oh, Kevin. Don't curse. I might XRP myself. Cuzzy, that's hilarious, dude. Oh my gosh. Doge emoji. Poor Alexandra G. She's on an emoji strike until my dad gets his emojis. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That is crazy. How about H-bar? I could look at H-bar really quick. We could do that. Where is it? H-bar is 13 cents. We're looking at some, like the same levels we were talking about the other day. Well, we do have H-bar that's at 13 cents, up 3.9%. The bullish scenario you're looking at is 13.5 cents, which we see some selling pressure at. Even more bullishly, I don't know if you can see it. You're going to look at over here about 18.5 cents. And again, we lost support at this level back here in April of 2022. That caused a massive dip and brought us ultimately down to that wick low of 4.5 cents. But more stability was kind of given here at 5-6 cents, but then back down and then back up and then back down. So your bullish scenario right now is at 18.5 cents, and even more like, you know, short-term bullish is 13.5. Bearish, you're going to look at where we held some support here at around 8.5 cents. And if we fall below 10 cents, that's a psychological level that will shake people to their core. Cardano, we could take a look at Cardano. Where is it? Cardano. Oh, darn. Cardano. Maybe aiming for that $1, my friends, that dollar Cardano. Let's take a look. And I call it Cardano as a joke because that was what Jim Cramer called it. And I was like, nah, that's so good. That's so funny. So we're going to look at Cardano really quick. Cardano's 93 cents. Obviously, you're going to look at that $1 because that's majorly psychological. We're up around 13% right now. What you're looking at is where we had some support here at 57 cents, and we had some selling pressure at 78. So your bearish level watch is 78 cents. Bullish / neutral is remaining above 90. Even more bullish is $1.11. This is the highest level we've seen for Cardano since April of 2022. Very interesting. Very interesting. And we also fell below it and failed to test this 90-cent level back in May of 2022. Oh gosh, Alexandra, my G, with 5 membershiperies. Princeton. Wow. Boy, my dad is so out of luck right now. He is so out of luck. He's so upset. He's going to, after the show, he's going to be like, I can't believe I didn't get a membership. This is so crazy. I'm going to be like, listen, man, I don't know. So we're already having this conversation on the live stream. All right, we gotta I don't even know what to do anymore because we have so much going on, but we're like so overtime. We're on an hour 20 right now. We have 186 likes. Can we get 14 more? Can we get like 200 likes? Is that like a thing today? Right, S-Dog? Are we gonna get 200 likes, Trade Intuition? Bullish Bradley, are you bullish? Rich, are you bullish? Are you bullish? Rob C said rave o'clock. Darn, I mean, I guess. Darn, I mean, I guess. What does 3 Diglets say? Diggies, are you still here? Diggies, do you think we should rave? I don't know. I don't know what we should do. I think maybe we should. Maybe we shouldn't. I think I need a chat consensus. Maybe you guys don't want to rave today, right? Right? Kev spoiling me with all these roses? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe Kevin's like, no, we don't need that. We shouldn't rave. Darn those raves. Chris B said 200 rave. Sewell said under time. I don't know. Diggy said we should pimp. So does this mean, Diggies, that you vote for rave? I guess you're gonna have to tell me. I need bullish sentiment in the chat. We need bullish sentiment. No rave today. Spaghetti-o. Last time we raved, Bitcoin pumped. I mean, is this... Oh, Dickie said cancel the rave. Uh-ohs. Black Hat said we've been waiting. One with Nature said rave. We have 193 likes. I think we got to wait till 200. I think that's really what we're looking for. We need 200 likes. We need the rave pimp. I mean, I guess we do. I don't know. Are we moving markets right now, Kevin? Desmond? Did I get a haircut? Yes, I did. See, people are noticing that. Yes, I did get a haircut. But guys, thank you for picking out this dress, by the way. The chat picked this out yesterday. So thank you guys for picking out this outfit. It does not have pockets. Obviously, you could see. There's no pockets involved here. No pockets. But I do like this dress a lot. I got it in Nashville. Absolutely felt the vibe with this dress. And so it was obviously fitting. And we didn't even know when we picked it out that there was going to be a Gary Gensler funeral today. Goodbye.
Hucksters. Fraudsters.
The scam artists. Ponzi schemes. Ponzi scheme. Oh, Gary. Okay, guys. I guess I got to go prep for the rave. Black cowboy hat in the shades. Is that what we're rooting for? I guess we could do it. We need 6 more likes. Ashley said, oh boy, grr. That's so funny. Guys, if you want to rave,
Oh, yeah.
I need to know. Also, we're about to get demonetized for the rave and because of this elevator music, but you know what? Whatever. Papa Tom says, I believe in 100K someday. Is it not today? Papa Tom. Oh boy. We're getting fresh out the box, boy. Oh my gosh. Papa Tom, what are you doing in the chat, Papa Tom? Uh-oh. Poor phone. My TikTok phone's about to die. All right. So that means we got to rave before TikTok gets all cut out over there. All right. We're going to get after it. I'm going to do the classic rave music. And I got to find a different... Okay. Trump dance on the rave. Do you guys want to see the Donnie T dance on the rave? Put rave and put rave T. Or T rave. T rave if you want to see the Donnie T dance on the rave. T rave. T rave. T rave. T rave. T rave. All right. We're going to get after it, my friends, but I need to see some comments. I need all the zest in the chat right now. I need all the zest right now in the chat. Johannes said we're winning. Now Gary Gensler could go away. Gary, be gone. Gary, be gone. Listen, Bitcoin was just in the red, and then we decided to rave, and now it's in the green. So I'm saying some love is out here. Some T rave. All right, guys, we're going to get after it. Let's get it. I don't know if you're ready, though, but we're going to do it.
Hucksters. Frauds.
Gary, shut it. We're not ready for you yet. Let me see these emojis in the chat. Give me those Gary.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scammers, Ponzi schemes.
Good morning, I'm looking spicy. I'm feeling spicy. Yeehaw to that. Yeehaw. Yeah, I love this hat. I love this hat. I vibe with this hat. Heavy. Heavy. Oh boy. Oh boy, we have so many people watching this rave. It's so ridiculous. You didn't like my Donnie T dance? I did the Donnie T dance. Was it not Donnie T enough for you? Or like it has to be like more, I feel like that was I tried the Donnie T dance. Am I not good at it? Am I not good at the Donnie T dance? I tried to do the little dun, 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 and the little golf swing at the end. Wow, because he added the golf swing. He added that recently. I was like, oh, Donnie. Oh, Don. I don't know. I did my best with the Donnie T dance. Donnie T rave. We're killing it out here, my friends. Elbows lower, so like this. Is it? I thought it was more like this, like, you know? Crimson! Randy, remember for 14 months, that's a long time. Randy's built different, normies can't keep up. Thank you, Crimson. Shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. Man, this is like such like a yeehaw type outfit that we got going on here. Yeehaw. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm too excited I saw that. Listen, man, we're killing it. Mark said, oh no, women with cowboy hats. No, listen, I love my yeehaw hats. I love being in the South. I'm so hyped to be in the South. I mean, listen, like today I stepped outside to get some coffee, you know, and it's 66 degrees out today. And I was like, wow, like this is cold. But then I remembered like New York is like 30 degrees or something right now. And I can't do that. I can't do that. And I'm so happy I don't have to be cold. But this is like the new cold for me. And you know what? I'll take it. As long as I don't have like 30,000 layers and like sweatpants, like really, really heavy sweatpants and like leg warmers and scarves and hats and all this craziness. Like I'm okay with that. You know, wearing a sweater and maybe a pair of jeans is now appropriate. You know, like that's okay for me. That's okay for me. But you know, like my question is like, you know, yeah, I don't know. My question is like, am I spoiled now? I guess I am spoiled now. I guess I am. It's 34 in Minnesota today. Listen, if you're in Minnesota, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for it. You're asking for it. I mean, I feel bad, though. Stay warm. Stay toasty, my friends. It is getting cold. It is getting cold. I mean, this is just a cold front that's hitting us right now, so it's not like, too crazy. I don't think it's going to last for too long. Guys, we had 3 more likes until 200. Are we pamping this? Are we getting after it? Are we getting after it? I want to get after it. Hello, Bean. Hello, Bean. Nice to see you, Bean. We have 198 likes. I want to see 200 before I leave the show. I feel like at the same time, we could do this together. All of y'all that have not liked, because I'm taking off my shades. I see you out here. Clem! Hello, Clem. I see y'all out here that are just not hitting that like. You're just sitting here, you're watching, but you haven't hit the like button. And I'm not, I can't say I understand why. But what I will say is that you have to feel the love. You got to feel the zest that radiates from this stream, from this chat. How can you deny the chat? All these lovely folk that just show up every day, full of love and light, and want to make sure that we can all prosper. Humanity as a whole prosper. Do you want humanity to prosper? Do you want to put energy, good love, and put that energy and hitting that like button so that way the algorithm picks this up and can show other people how much love we have for crypto and each other? Man, Saul hit the like and he's on TikTok. He went over to YouTube for the sake of the like button. Oh boy, I'm getting a text from somebody from high school. Oh boy. They just said, hey, Randy. I know what that means, my friends. I know what that means. It means what's going on with Bitcoin. That's exactly what it means, right, Clem? What's going on with Bitcoin? What's happening there? Because in high school, my friends, I was that crazy one. I was like that person that was filming videos, putting my Bitcoin, business cards all over the school. People thought I was a little cuckoo. People were like, Randy's nuts. Randy's wild. And I remember when I was in high school and I first started, and you guys could scroll back to a video I did where I featured one of my friends, and I was filming, and people laughed at me. You could probably hear it in the background. People were laughing at me filming that video. Oh, Randy's such a nerd. Randy this, Randy that. She's so crazy. She's so crazy about this Bitcoin thing. Bitcoin was like $7,000 at the time. People thought I was cuckoo. Teachers, everyone talking about me. Oh, Randy, why is Randy doing this? I had guidance counselors approaching me in the hallways. Randy, are you okay? Why, sir? Why are you asking, sir? Oh, everyone's talking about you, students and teachers. Like, everyone's talking about you. I just want to know if you're okay. I'm chilling. No one just understands what's happening, is what I said to him. And the guidance counselor was like, no, facts. High school was 2 years ago for you. Actually, I'm supposed to be in my senior year of college right now. So, and I graduated high school in 21. So it's been like 3 years. So, yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Withholding a like is something Gensler would do. Don't be like Gary.
Hucksters, fraudsters,
Accurate.
scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
What about the school nurse? The school nurse was actually Pete Davidson's mom. Ironic enough, Pete Davidson's mom was my school nurse. And so she was a great lady. So shout out to Pete Davidson's mom. That was my school nurse. And people are going to be like, Pete Davidson? Yeah, Pete Davidson's mom was my school nurse. And she actually left the year, I think the year that I graduated is when she left. But yeah, so we're getting after it. And then after, everyone thought I was crazy. But then the year after I graduated, I was back at my former high school. So yeah. Lux Shampoo said, what the hell? No, actually, Pete Davidson's mom was my school nurse. And she was actually really great because she actually helped me discover something once. And I wasn't feeling well. And then she told me, she's like, I think this is it. And then I actually went to the doctor and it was that. And I was like, oh, she's so smart. So shout out to her. She's so great. The year Emma graduated, I thought she was there. I thought she left the year I graduated. Alexandra G said, what other people think of you is none of your business, according to Eleanor Roosevelt. Honestly, stunning. That was a great line. Green candles incoming. Post-rave green candles. I'm a fan of that. So it looks like it's been 24 years since high school for you. That's a hot minute, my friend. But you know what? It was probably like yesterday. We are in the green by 0.23% for Bitcoin. High right now is 99.5. I think we have a chance at 100K Bitcoin today. The hourly chart still has a green dot printed. Momentum is starting to pick up. VWAP is crossing. So I think we have some hope here for 100K Bitcoin. I'm gonna hope for the best. Wealth Panda on Staten Island. I went to high school in Brooklyn. But I believe she lived in Staten Island at one point. But yeah, so she came to Brooklyn every day for work and to be my school nurse. But yeah, high school wasn't a good time for me. I think high school was probably some of the greatest but worst years of my life. And so everyone was like, oh, high school was so great. And I'm like, wow, I really can't relate to that. Other than the fact that high school and COVID provided me with time on my hands to create missteencrypto. And I created missteencrypto when I was a junior in high school. So I could say that high school was probably the best time of my life because of the years and the things that I was provided. And so it gave me a lot of life experience to know that not everybody's going to like you, and to know what it feels like when a lot of people don't like you, and what it feels like to almost be alone in one way or another, and to kind of be secluded from everybody else. And so when I was in high school, I was like, I'm never going to make anybody feel the way these people have made me feel. And I will never be mean to somebody because they were so mean to me. And so I had people posting, like, they were making, like, Instagrams about me and, like, making fun of me and all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? Do what you need to do, because, you know, that energy, that negative energy kind of circles into, like, karma and into good energy. But, yeah, so our high school was different, though. It was just like the type of kids there weren't great. But then, you know, also another high school that I was in, like, it was just the environment wasn't great there either. It was just not a healthy or real safe environment. And I also, yeah, it was just like I went through a rough time in high school the entire time, and none of it was easy for me. I had some relief here and there, but it really wasn't that great. And so yeah, it was really difficult to go through all of that, but all I know is that good energy always, what goes around comes around. I was never mean to anybody, and I could say that with confidence. That did I have to stand up to some people and be like, hey, like, you can't do this to me? Yeah, I had to, but like, that's different. Like, standing up for yourself is different than being mean to somebody. So you just have to do your own thing. You have to just, like, ignore the no-caller IDs that try to call you every 5 minutes and tell you the most ratchet things that you've ever heard. That I still get. I still get those no-caller IDs. But you know what? It helped me grow up a lot. It helped me see the world a little bit for what it is, and how maybe I could change that. So as long as I could do good with my life and spread that kindness that was not given to me before and give it to other people, so that way they could feel kindness. And even if those same people from high school that were mean to me want to talk to me now, then you know what? Then they could. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to forget what they did. But everyone grows up at some point, right? But it's all good. I think, you know, you got to just live life, learn life, and just be happy about being alive, essentially. And so I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy I made it through all those rough times, and to get through, to just learn a lot about people, But thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I appreciate the positivity you give me. And starting missteencrypto really helped me through a lot of that. And so to realize that I could be in an environment where people don't think I'm crazy and people don't think that, like, you know, I'm weird. And so I'd rather be weird, and I like being weird, and you guys have helped me embrace my weird. So thank you for helping me embrace my weird. And I think we're all a part of an industry where we could relate to people not thinking we're sane. So it's all good, though. I'm very happy. I'm very bullish on every single one of you guys. I'm bullish on being a part of a family, and this is why I love saying that we're a family, because it really is true. We are family. We are one whole community, one family that is just able to get after it together and prove to the world that we can do it. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for being part of this revolution. I will keep track of Bitcoin today, as I'm sure all of y'all will as well. And I'm thankful for everybody. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being part of this beautiful stream. Thank you for being part of Bitcoin and a cryptocurrency revolution. And so thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day. Have a happy Friday and a great weekend. And hopefully you guys go outside. You touch grass or touch snow, depending on where you're at. Yeah, we're all being ourselves, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. And thank you, and I thank Bitcoin for changing my life. And I thank Satoshi Nakamoto for creating Bitcoin in order to change my life. But thank you guys so much. Let's all be weirdos. Embrace your weird this weekend. Go outside, touch air, touch water, touch grass, touch snow, whatever you need to do. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, share this stream out with friends. Happy Friday. Have an amazing weekend. And as always, stay zesty. Mwah. Peace.